Good day, besieged friends. Let's go back to the thin side fort. Demanded that we destroy at least 40% of it, and back in the day we used a pretty sweet catapult, which we should just reload and start from there. When we press space, remember, it drives with the 4 and the 5 key, where it's kind of like tank tracks. If we're not careful, the cannonball falls out and blows us up, which is funny and wrong. But I want to do a new project where we try and create a reloadable catapult. Let's go back to translate so that our catapult is moved to a space where we've got more room to build. And then switch to the blocks, and we're going to make some fake blocks, kind of like people make fake news these days. And we're going to use this to build off where we store our projectiles. So this is going to be what I attach all the projectiles to, and then I'm going to delete the rest of this space. So now I'll be able to drive back and pick up more cannonballs. I am going to use a nifty little technique where we put a ramp and we hold up our projectiles with the half pipe, which is a low friction device. Let's start by raising the block up one chunk so that it naturally slopes back this way. I made it 4 wide, which is kind of silly, but you know what, we'll adapt. Maybe I'll add another row of ammunition up here when I'm done. I'll make it one more higher, and then in the back I'm gonna put I'll put a hinge up here on this. Notice I had to attach the hinge to this point so that it would bend the correct way. I'm going to attach poles out. So now the poles will come in through there, and then I'm going to just go to the mechanical. And under mechanical, we are going to find the piston, which pops with the letter H. If we hit spacebar and we press H, you can see that it lifts up, and we're on our way to creating the awesome reloadable cannon. If we can get our pieces to fall in there, that'll be an interesting thing to find out as well. Let's go back to that armor and the half pipe, and notice this, that half pipe is not aimed the correct way. We can fix that by simply touching the letter R, and that rotates it just the way we want. So there I've got my half pipes added. I'm going to add one more piece of stick or pole, and I'm going to add a wooden panel to the top of that pole. Oh, did I hit them? Okay, so this is going to be tricky. Let's see if I left myself enough space. Ooh, I can translate, so I still have room to add my pole, which lets me have room to add my wooden panel. Let's see if this will rotate the same way. It does rotate, but not straight up and down. Let's see what happens if we do it this way. Rotate. So it runs into that. So let's just add a block, and let's go back to the wooden panel. And rotate, and rotate. There we go. My wooden panel is going to stop the ammunition from falling. Let's test it by pressing H. That looks like it's got potential. Let's see if it'll actually work. I think I'm going to try boulders, just because the other ones rolling around would probably make things explode. Alright, of all the crazy things, the only way I could get a ball to be dropped up there is if I added this little thing. So I'm going to do that again so I can drop one more. Or even better yet, I was able to set one up in space. Let's see if that stays where it's supposed to. Holy mackerel, it does. Both of those are in place. Let's launch our first cannonball. That's working like a champ. Let's drive backwards. And, oh, we need to have a way to relaunch our catapult. So let's fix that. Let's go to the mechanical, and let's find a winch, or a simple rope winch. And let's connect it from the end to the bottom. It doesn't look turned the right way. Let's do X to delete that. And I'm going to bring it out again, and I'm going to use that R to rotate it the way I want. And I'm going to attach it right back here. But you know what? I'm going to delete that again as well. So there's that, and I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to, that's the way I want it. It's sideways. It actually wouldn't stay. I'm going to try one more time just because, doggone it, it looked good. So here it'll attach the straight way. And let's check the parameters of that. This is a neat one for showing all the machine keys. Like we learned earlier, the springs are L, the rope is on N and M, and H is the piston. Alright, there's the first launch. Let it do its thing. Cannonball comes back. Let's drive backwards. And let's see if we can pick up another cannonball. H. It is rolling down. Heh, we got them both, but I don't have them in our apparatus. Alright, let's see if we can make a modification here. Let's delete the hinge. And let's bring out the hinge again. Only this time, like I didn't think to use the R tool last time. And boom, that totally solves the angle I needed for this whole project. The only problem is now everything else is the wrong height. So let's lower it down one here. And now this will attach right here. And I'll be able to attach one more of these little half pipes. And then when we set this all down, everything's fine back there, but there's no way this is going to catch that next piece. So let's delete part of my weapon here. And let's make it less high. So I'm going to start by only having from the middle the blocks built. And I'm going to raise it up. I'm going to raise it up just... I'm going to raise it up too. I'm going to still try the hinge. I need to rotate it. I'm going to delete that winch. I'm going to attach my poles. That's going to be still too high. Let's delete that again. And let's do it from right here. We'll put the one block in the middle. We'll do 2 3 blocks to the back. And we'll do 1 3 block to the front. We've learned over the years you really want braces. And then let's attach some springs. And attach some springs. And then back in the back, we want that winch to pull it back down. That is also mechanical. And I think we can connect right there to right there. That looks like it's got a lot more potential. Let's add the holder. And let's start with one I still like the mine for that first shot. Alright, spacebar. That all looks fine. Still drives fine. Let's hit that L. Oh, that's going to be a problem. But it still looks really cool. Let's do some parameter tuning. And let's make these 6 times stronger. And I'm going to copy that to the other side. Spacebar. It's really ready to launch. Let's see how it works. No, it blew up in space. I want to try that again. They are fighting against each other. Let's see what happens if I delete this, because it's so tight. That part's fine. That part's fine. Does it come back? Nope, but I'm going to give it a break for today and try and come back tomorrow. If you have any ideas that can help me fix it, please add them in the comments. If you get a chance, like, subscribe, and if you want to know when they happen first, hit that notification button. Thanks for watching, friends.